And with this winter being pretty much a no-show, I took advantage of a late season snow and ice storm and went exploring some woods around my local area. Now that we're all getting spring fever, it looks like winter wants to arrive. We also got another snowstorm that's possibly coming later this week. Since we did get a little bit of snowfall, I am out today, just going to enjoy a little bit of walk in the woods, enjoy the winter weather that we did not have earlier and through most of this year. If you notice, I'm wearing orange still. Hunting season is technically over here in northern Rhode Island, but by the bylaw and the calendar dates, I'm still required to wear orange out on state land for the next week or two. So that's why I got the orange on, even though I'm not hunting today. Now, unfortunately, the way the snow is, it's kind of hard to tell what type of tracks these are. Whatever it was really digging in this area, so could possibly be a deer looking for acorns or something to eat this time of year. Tracks continue up through here. That is one good-sized deer. Could be a combination of a deer and a coyote that's been up through here. So as you can see, it looks like something was actually dragged up through here. Possible coyote track and possible deer tracks. I just heard a dog bark, and I'm not sure if it's from the houses that are down here or it's possibly a coyote up ahead, but it didn't sound like a normal house dog. So we'll go down a little further. This is not the section I really want to head into, but I figured I'd check it out anyway. Going all up through that way right there is one of those New England stone walls that you find out in the middle of the woods. Used to delineate property boundary and also used to keep cattle in back in the old homesteading days. Alright, well, I want to apologize for some of the shakiness. I'm not using my usual GoPro today. As you know, I've been having a little bit of problems with the GoPro. That's why it's been in the studio, especially with the USB door breaking off of it, not making it waterproof anymore. But so far, I'm not seeing much deer activity through here at all since the snowfall, at least not in the area that I am. I did hear more barking though. And I could tell by the way it was barking and the direction that it was coming from, it was definitely a coyote. He's not too happy with me being in the area, so I'm kind of looking around, watching my back. Also, with it being late February, almost March, also reminded me that we're getting into coyote and fox mating season, so they're going to be a little bit out and a little bit more aggressive, so which is why I'm kind of like watching my surroundings, making sure what's around me, make sure nothing is going to come up on me. One of the things about being out this time in the woods where it's not hunting season and not having a firearm on me and only having a knife can make it a little bit interesting if wild animals such as a coyote does decide to make a move on me, which is probably why I'm going to look at getting my license to carry very shortly. As you can see by that pronouncement right there, that's definitely not a deer track. Looks more like a dog track. You got the nails going up through there. Here you can see a very pronounced space where it's actually been digging. And if I can get in, you can actually see the claw marks right there in the mud. Probably looking for anything they can eat this time of year. It looks like they were kind of circling around, looking for something, got a scent on possibly something here, but did not pour at whatever they thought the scent was. You see the tracks kind of come up, circle around this way, go back down, circle around this way, and then continue up this way. So they're walking this old fire road that I'm on. The fact that I'm not seeing any deer tracks right now is making me a little bit disappointed in the fact that I may not find any sheds. But the amount of coyote tracks also making it that maybe there'll be a kill where coyote has gotten a deer and I might find a whole skull. I just don't know. But so far, not seeing any deer activity at all. These are all coyote and other dog tracks. You can see one right there that's definitely pronounced as a dog track. Coyote of some type, definitely dragging its leg. Not sure if it's just the way it was stepping or the fact that it may have an injury. These were definitely late last night or early this morning as the snow was falling. Kind of more of a pronounced track up through here as well of animals walking this fire road. Alrighty, well, I'm in a thicker pine area right now. Try to zoom in. See right through there where that orange is. That is actually someone's blind and tent area. Definitely not going to head down in there, but that's where somebody set up a blind. As you can see, I'm kind of up in a thicker pine area right now. This is known as a thermal area where deer would come to bed down in. But I'm not seeing any more activity at all, any more animal activity. Saw some smaller tracks that were not coyote, but they were not defined enough where I could actually show you on the camera. As I'm heading up to another area, not seeing any more deer activity at all, tells me two things. One, that was definitely the grace of God that I got that 6-pointer. That he wanted to give me at least one deer in my lifetime and in my hunting. Especially the fact that when I took that deer in November, it was literally barely even 5 or 10 yards from me, staring me straight in the face. Two, also tells me that, yeah, this is definitely coyote season. Seeing a lot of coyote and other dog tracks and smaller dog type tracks that could possibly be fox, because it's also fox mating season. So yeah, coyote and fox are mating right now. They're much more active, trying to get some kills on for the winter because food is scarce. So still walking up to another area that hopefully we'll see some more tracks in the snow and see if we can identify what those animals are. I just found this track and I Googled it to make sure because I wasn't sure exactly what I was looking at. But yeah, this right here is actually identified as a lynx, a cougar, or a bobcat. Bobcats or mountain lions here in Rhode Island have been making a comeback, and this is possibly a bobcat track coming up through here. Interesting. Alright, so as you can see, and unfortunately, that right there is my footprint. I accidentally stepped in this before I could show it to you, but you can see by all the scratching over here that something's definitely been digging and looking for food or something in this area. So yeah, just a little bit of a confusing signage up in this area. You got a posted no trespassing, but yet you also got the marker for the hiking trail. So the no trespassing and posted is probably more or less for the hunting and trapping versus actual trail use, since they do have a trail marker sign here. It's warmed up to spring-like temperature, and as you can see behind me, the snow has melted. The trail is brown again, the woods are brown. You can probably hear the birds are very active. They're getting very spring fever out here in the woods.